guys, it's Tracy with Frosted Whimsy and DIY Bash and Pray, and today we're going to be making cake pops. We're going to make a couple different varieties. There's one that I call a party pop because it's for the birthday child, and I love putting a candle on top of that. And then we're also going to do some shaped ones that'll be great for weddings, and also with fondant flour on there too. So here we go. And one of the things I like to do is use them cake scraps. I always save my cake scraps to use for cake balls if I've got some coming up. And then the good tip for that is to put them in the refrigerator. Say you cook a cake on a Thursday, and then stick it in the refrigerator overnight to the next day and use it, because for some reason it just works better for me, because sometimes I don't even have to put in icing to make it the texture that I want it to be. So this was put in the refrigerator. I usually use a food processor, but whenever I teach like kids camps and things like that, then we'll do it the good old-fashioned way, just like this. And see, with this, I don't even have to add any icing. If it's just crumbly, then you can add icing to get it to the consistency, but just do a little bit at a time, or you'll have too much. And then if you have too much, you'll know, because whenever you're shaking the chocolate off, you'll see it kind of deforming a little bit because it's not staying on the stick very well. And that'll cause it to come off the stick too if it's too loose or too doesn't have a thick enough consistency. So with this, you fill it completely up, pull off the excess across the top, and then just roll it up. And then if you're wanting to do shapes, then you'll roll it out to approximately the thickness of your cutter. And see, I don't want it as thick as the cutter, so I might shove some more in here just to make sure it's nice and thick. I want the same thickness as this particular cutter. I'll go ahead and do a couple of these. And then if it sticks for some reason, just spray it with your Pam or something like that if you see that it's going to be sticking. Make sure you melt your chocolate based on your directions, and then when you cook it, if it starts to get thicker and thicker and thicker, and you try and cook it more and you think it's going to get better and it gets worse, then you've burned it, throw it away, it's ruined. You gotta start over. So what you want to do is dip your sticks into the chocolate and then into your pop. Now I'm using the wrong kind of sticks here. These are actually cookie sticks, but that's all that I had, so we're going to go with it. Since I rolled a couple extra ones, I'm going to go ahead and do these like a regular cake ball, and then I'm going to show you what you can put decoratively on top of this to make this a really great wedding dessert. This is just a sample of what I would do. I'm doing a full white wedding dessert bar video with, goodness, 6 to 8 different desserts, but all white, beautiful. That'd be perfect for a wedding reception to do yourself, and you can do ahead of time as well. Use the spatula. I've got a really small spatula, and you pull the fork down towards the table, and also the spatula down towards the table, and pull back and down, and then you won't have the fork marks, because a lot of times when people would dip stuff for me, or my boys, they'd pull up with it. When you do that, it just drags the teeth marks of the fork up the side of your pop or the side of your cake ball, and it's not very pretty. And now we're going to dip in the chocolate. Now I wouldn't dig it in there, because then you'll break off the top of your pop, and I would just stick it in, and then I would just roll it side to side like this until it's completely covered. And when you're tapping it, kind of have your stick more straight up and down, and you're kind of pulling it down, not tapping it to the side like this, because then you might knock it off as well. You want to get as much as the excess off as possible. Otherwise, when you put your sprinkles on, then it's just going to come off with the chocolate that's still, the excess that's still coming off. Go ahead and put my candle in. Make sure it's straight up and down. and then put in all your sprinkles. Just to kind of fill in the gap with the little and the big. Oh, I like this. So I'm just mixing this now in with my, I really like this. Now we're ready to add some accents on some of the pops. Now these are the DIY's best friend here at Michael's. These are actually in the section by the glue gun, and these are actually made and designed to put hot glue in, and to create some embellishments that you can add to arts and crafts. But I use it as a fondant mold. Love these things. This one is a larger rose that you can get online. Also, if you want to get it locally, again, that's at Cake Carousel off Arapahoe and 75. Is where you can stop in and grab any cake supplies that you're needing that you can't find locally. And so that's what we're going to do first. Is we're going to add on this heart. One of these has like a little, it's almost between a yellow jacket and a bumblebee. So it's more of a yellow jacket, but it is really cute. So what you'll do is push your fondant down in the mold like this. Make sure you kind of get it in all the crevices. This one's got like little bitty legs, so the legs may not come out. So I like pinching up. There's a better one. I'm pinching it up, the extra, because I'm going to cut it off, and that just makes it easier. So I'm going to cut that extra right off the top, and then finish pressing in the design as far out on the legs as possible. And then you'll bend it. You can freeze it too, and that helps to pull it out, is freeze it first. But for me, I'm going to just peel it out, and if it sticks too much, see that's starting to stick a little bit, that's what this is for, right here. This is your cornstarch, and I just put it in a knee high. I get white knee highs from Walmart for 50 cents, and then I fill it with cornstarch. And so if it sticks, then what you can do is tap it like that, pull out the extra, and then do it. And then it's a lot easier to come out if it's sticking. Let's grab some chocolate. I'm just going to use a toothpick and put it right down the middle of it, because you want to put enough on that it sticks. So what I'm going to do is I want the wings to come up more. So I'm not going to put any on that, and kind of pull them up like that, so it looks like it's more 3D coming off of it. Let's see if, oh, there we go. See? I really love this really big flower. And what it looks like, I'm going to do it in color, so maybe it's a little bit easier to see. I may get a darker color here. Again, if it sticks, then put the cornstarch in it, but I think it'll be fine. I want to press it down. You're going to make sure you really get it down in all the grooves down in there, and then just pop it out. See? And it looks You see the grooves. Cut the extra off the bottom. Now put the chocolate on the flour so it sticks. Put enough on it that it's going to stick on top. And put it right directly on top so when you're looking straight down on it, you see it. Okay. That's a better one. See if you can see how that one turned out. See how it holds the hole in the middle? And we're going to put, yeah, the white pearl in the middle of it. We're going to put it facing the front instead of on top. So again, put enough chocolate on the back so it sticks. And put it directly in the middle. Like that. Look what I found digging through all of my ribbon. I found the pull ribbon. This is what it looks like. It comes in a white iridescent, a silver, and this one is iridescent with a gold trim. So they also have that in the silver trim. And there is this little piece right there, and watch this. You keep pulling it for your desired little bow. Then you cut it off and see there's the string on the other side. And so then all you'll do then is to tie this in a knot. And I double knot it